Welcome everybody to the Braddog Media Show. Today we welcome a print-on-demand expert, content creator, recently hit 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. Props to that. RJ Martinez, aka RJ Hustles.
Yo, man, what's up, man? What's going on? We got the round of applause going, the audience going in the background.
Oh,
Clap, clap, clap.
they're going wild.
Yeah, man. I recently hit over 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've been pushing some TikTok, past 3,000 followers over there. And then,
Boom.
of course, Instagram, all that stuff, Facebook groups, creating content, man. Just I enjoy doing it, helping other people out. Yeah. And, of course, like other stuff that I do. So, like print on demand, as far as like merch by Amazon, I've sold over 150K in royalties with that account right there. Had it over a little bit over 3.5 years. On track to be the best year ever this year. I recently hit one of my goals was to hit 10,000 in royalties for 1 month, and I did it. I did almost close to 13,000. Was it for the month of June? I believe it was. Yeah,
there we go.
And it's just crushing it, man. And just with KDP and stuff like that, and publishing like coloring books and yeah, and just making money on other print on demand sites like Redbubble, Spreadshirt. These are designs that are kind of just put on there and on other platforms, and they pay the water bills and
Right.
the water bill, car payment, all that stuff. And with the YouTube too, I've been taking it serious the last I want to say like 3 months, and trying to what I shared with you a little bit earlier.
Yeah, man.
It just trying to take it more seriously and get a consistent consistent growth on there and consistent traffic, and take it to that next level where it's crushing it.
Yeah, man, you're a wealth of knowledge for me earlier today, which I really appreciate. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, I've been following you for, a bit now. I saw you on a Reezy Resells video.
Yeah.
He's another guy that he's in a different niche, but he's another guy that really pushes, making money for yourself and explore different ways to make an income. So you've had your YouTube channel for a while, but yeah, I noticed in recent months, it's just really been taking off. So when did you kind of get into that? And at one point did you like start to see, okay, maybe I can also be a big content creator and make a name for myself in this space?
I don't know. Like I started taking like print on demand seriously. Like, I don't know, like I want to say like 3 years ago when I started all of it. I just uploaded a design, right? And tell you a little backstory, just uploaded a design and made 2 sales like the next day. I was like, dude, it cannot be that damn easy. Like for real. It's like, there's no way it can be this easy to do it. And I ended up doing it, and then it ended up like making money. And I was like, okay, cool. I wonder what I did here. So I was like, okay, let me figure out what I can do. Then like the first month made like $400, cool. And then the next month made like 1,500. I was like, okay, cool. And then the third month ended up making like, I think it was like 5,000, 3,000. And then it started making continuous like money over and over. And I was like 5,000, 6,000. I was like, oh, okay. Now we're talking. Okay. And now it's consistent. And I was like, dude, what can I do here? So then I started making content around it at the same time, pushing it. And then I was like, wow, okay, cool. But I never really knew how to read like my analytics, dude. I was like, okay, I was like, well, I don't even know what I'm doing here, but I'm getting subscribers that passed over 10,000 subscribers pretty, I want to say, I don't know. It was pretty fast. I want to say 2 years, I want to say. And most people are like, wow, that's a long time. But when you don't know how hard YouTube is when you start creating content, it's a little bit more challenging, right? And now with the recent months of me learning how to read analytics and making content for people, seeing what they're searching for, right, on Google or YouTube, right? And they're hand in hand, kind of the same, almost the same platform in the way, right? You understand it's like a search engine, right? And you make content that people are searching for it, and you give them what they want. It makes it so much easier, right? So, and in a way, it's like you're feeding the algorithm what it wants, and in return, the algorithm is going to reward you. And that's something that I have like kind of just leveraged with Amazon, selling on Amazon, creating books and selling products as far as shirts and stuff like that on Amazon with Merch by Amazon, with Merch by Amazon, doing that type of stuff, and kind of seeing that, okay, I know this algorithm, I can learn the YouTube algorithm, I can learn pretty much any algorithm if I put my mind to it and just test, right? Break it, right? And see what happens, right? So that's what I was telling you. It's like, just, we have to, when you see something, see the opportunity there, there's an opportunity. Everyone else, there's other people that are doing it, having success, but we got to figure out, okay, what are people searching for to make money? Like, you know what I mean? What are people searching
Yep.
for? And then give them the video, and then you get the views, and you get the subscribers, and then you build like a, in a way, it's like a fan base, right? And you're like, cool, like I'm cool now, right? So it's like, I got all these people following me and people commenting on my videos. And that's where I think some people lose sight of the, like, it's cool to do all that stuff, but it's, you got to understand, like, these are actual human beings. Some people are actually human beings. They're human beings commenting on your videos. Sometimes they're bots, right? Of course, you want to get technical, but these are actually human beings leaving comments, and you have to. This is where I shine. It's like I come back with a comment and saying, "What's up? What's going on?" Like, or if they have a question, I help them. And it just, there's another human being that's typing these words in and asking questions. So coming back at them with a good response is like, oh, he actually answered back. And some people are like, hey, oh my God, he answered back. And I'm just like, okay, what's that mean? Like, I treat it like if I barely first started. So I always do that with everything, man. It's like something that's very, I don't know. It's really true to my heart. It's who I am. So as you
Yeah.
grow and stuff like that, don't let that get in your path, right? So, but it's a good
No.
feeling though. It's a good feeling, right? To see stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure you've done that already too, as well. As you're making content, you see people like, oh dude, what's up? He shouted me out. Awesome. And it's, yeah. So
Yeah, people appreciate it. I mean, especially, at your level. It's funny, you kind of you see it a little differently, but man, to a lot of people, they probably see you as a little celebrity in a way, online.
yeah.
You think of yourself as a normal person, but that's cool that they appreciate the shout out so much.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. But then you got people that will try to like steal your audience or try to steal your shine. And but they do that, but then they'll try to do stuff like that, but then they realize, whoa, it's not that easy. It's hard. Because you have to be a
Yeah.
different mindset. Because, right, with everything going on in the world, it's real easy to fall into a little slump, right? And you can see a lot of people do that. They're like, dude, it's like, how the heck do you do all this stuff? It's like, well, first of all, I stopped letting, like, well, we fall in a little slump where let people get into the little cloud in your head, right? And it kind of will affect you in a way, but you can't do that because I start cutting off like a lot of people, and I focus on my tasks for the day, and I write a lot of my stuff down and just focus ahead, right? Because there's so much so much you create in a day, and one little thing can throw you off. But if you just focus on your goals and what you need, that you need to do, you just do that. But then, like, you have a big Facebook group too of like 20,000 people, and then I'm creating another one, and then I have a bigger face. It's getting traction too. It's about to pass over 2,000 people, but just creating content, helping people too along the way. You always gonna get that one person like, oh, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm like, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm gonna keep
Thanks for
doing me.
stopping by.
Yeah. So, and it's literally that simple, and they keep doing it. And we talked about this a little bit earlier about people just coming in and just hating, right, and just leaving stuff like that. You just got to block it, man. And that's another thing. And then with the bigger content creators too, I talked to them like, dude, how do you do that? It's like I can't let no one take up my headspace as we're making content. And I'm talking to these people that have over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and they're growing. And like, what do you do? He's like, nah, I just block them. Next. Oh, okay, cool. That easy? Oh, yeah, that's it. I was like, okay, cool. So like, I was like, because I gotta have time to argue with somebody. And then these guys, of course, they're crushing it and doing really good. And I'm just like, okay, I need to get my workflow down like you guys, because you seem like you guys got it down. And I want to take my content to that level, right? And I'm just like, okay, cool. I see what you're doing. You're not any different than me. I know that. And what can I do? What do I need to do? So as I showed you, it's like, okay, cool. It's like if I have a YouTube video ready to go that I posted earlier today, I want to focus on pressing record and getting back to the comments and helping people as much as possible in my comments. So I already have Wednesday's video already posted. I already uploaded both of them today. So I have Monday, Wednesday, and I'm going to probably work on Friday's video a little bit later on tonight, and then kind of just get ahead, right? And just get ahead where I have a whole month of content done. And then literally Monday, Wednesday, Friday for YouTube content. and then come back and fill those spaces. Like if I can add another video in, like something breaking happens, right? Breaking news, right? And we talked about kind of this, right? If something new happens on one of my platforms in my niche, I want to be ahead of that too as well and post a video on that Thursday or that Tuesday, right? And just be ahead of the game. And now, but what about Saturday and Sunday? I don't know about Saturday and Sunday. We got to figure that out as we grow, though, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just, yeah.
Man, you're in so many different like lanes, it feels like, as far as like platforms you're on, websites that you utilize for print on demand. How many, well, talking about, you know, income first, how many different income streams are you at the moment?
So, I have a private group, right? And then, so let's say like, Merch by Amazon is like a very consistent stream of income. That does a really good number every single month. It can range from anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000 a month, right? And then like I do like private, I have like a private like group where we have like-minded individuals in there, and there's that too as well. I help other people out right there, and then I have another service that I do, and then you want to kind of, we're getting in where YouTube is coming up too as well, and that's really cool because it just, there's that right there, and it's kind of it's going up there, man, and I'm really excited for that because I watch it and I'm watching it grow, and I'm very consistent with it. Like I said, the past 3 months, and it's getting up there, right? And then everything else comes in called to, like, so like coaching calls, like literally I didn't know someone purchased my coaching call last week, and they're like, dude, I purchased a coaching call. When are we supposed to schedule a call? I was like, oh dang, I forgot about that. Like I got to put something in place where I get a notification, but it notifies me in my email. And I was like, well, then I got to clear out some stuff in my email, man, because some of this stuff I was like, it's like get a Kmart, like, dude, Kmart's still in business. I got a Kmart email, so I got to figure out how to get my coaching calls, like grow and stuff like that, get that organized. So, like, and then sold like 2 of those in a week, right? And I'm just like, dude, okay, all right, but it's cool because everything's growing, but everything all adds up, right? 500, 600, 700 here, there, and right, and then everything just adds up, man. And it's crazy. And then in like affiliate stuff too, like I completely, like I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, like I forget about, like I don't. It's there. It's bonus. Like it's cool. Pays for like my goal right now with YouTube is to pay for my cost of living. That way I can keep reinvesting everything else. And then like, for example, like I live in San Diego. So like when all this, like the coronavirus, all this stuff was going crazy and stuff like that. I was still like doing everything, and it made me realize like, dude, YouTube can be big if I just double down on it and then do all this stuff. But then I kind of go off a little topic. I was messing around with Shipt and Instacart because I was like, dude, I just want to do it. It's not like I don't have my other streams of income coming in. I just want to do it to see what happens and see what, like kind of like, you're like, ain't you scared you're putting your life at risk? And it's like, yeah, I do it. Like I pretty sure I put my life at risk a lot anyway. Like because I'm very like outgoing and like to have fun. But I know this is a different level, right? This is a different level of like, you can get sick, right? And you can die, and the way everyone is putting it, right? And I don't mean it in a bad way, because I know there's people out there that probably died from it, and don't mean anything bad. But I was following the rules, wearing my mask. But you can catch it in your eye. You can catch it from the eye, like if the germ contacts your eye, you can catch it that way too. And I'm just like, dude, why the hell these people? Because I was like, why the hell these people wearing these shields across their face, like old school, like Power Ranger or something? I was like, dude, what the heck? So I seen it, and I was like, I wonder if there's a reason. And I figured that out. But in the middle of all this, I was doing like the grocery shopping and helping people, making some money, making $100 to $200 a day. I was like, cool. This is gonna pay the rent this month. This is cool. And I was like, this is crazy. And then you're like, in the middle of all this, the streets are clear, right? And I'm living in downtown San Diego. Streets are clear, like everything's clear. Grocery stores are still staying open. I was like, interesting, dude. And there's lines sometimes, and you're still like doing all this stuff. And it was just like a good learning experience, right? Because you can see like how people are really scared about like what's going on and everything in the world. And it's like, dude, it's crazy. And then you'll deliver stuff. You deliver grocery items to people, older people, right? And you go in these communities, and you can tell that these are really wealthy people, right? And they just in these like high security buildings and stuff, and they're letting you in to deliver the groceries to the front door. And you message the customers are like, hey, um, I'm here at the front door. I'm gonna drop off the groceries because there's a don't contact with the customers. I'm gonna let them here at the front door. Um, yeah, and then deliver it, and then they'll leave like, oh, yeah, I have a tip for you. I'm gonna have a little envelope for you at the front door, and you can open it and you go back to your car, whatever it is, and opening these people are just like $20 tips, $30 tips, $40 tips, $50
Hey.
tips, and I'm like, yeah, it's like I feel like I'm a waiter at a steak restaurant or something, right? And
Yeah.
selling, you know what I mean, expensive restaurant, high end restaurant. And it's crazy, man, to see this type of stuff and how everything is. And through all that stuff, I didn't catch anything. So like, right, so
Hey.
like, I'm a big like like if I see something, like I want to test it too. All right. And I don't want to, of course, I don't want to hurt myself or by any way, but I'm a big tester when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Like if my mind starts going crazy, like if I don't test it, I really can't. I don't want to talk about it if I didn't do it. Right. So I'm always at like, what if I did this and I learned something from it that can impact my life and help me grow as an individual. So what can I do? So I'll test it and see what happens. Right. So that's what I did. And I wanted to see what would happen. It's not like, oh yeah, I wanted to go out there and be nosy and stuff like that. It was, I wanted to follow the rules and respect like the laws. I know some people don't respect them. I respect the laws, and I want to respect a lot of the stuff and see if I follow everything and do everything, if will I be okay, or if I can impact someone's life. And in a way, I was kind of being a hero to some of these older people that couldn't go to the grocery store because their life was at risk, and help them out in a way. And I was like, cool, that's what I see. That's what I want to do. And
Yeah.
that's I've seen that type of stuff. So I was like, dude, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Good feeling, man. And then not only that, you're getting paid for it. And then the cool thing with like Instacart and shipped and all that stuff, you're getting paid, and it's just a bonus, right? And it's cool. And it's like, cool, saving money, paying the bills, saving some money, and I get to eat some food. And then everything else is still working too at the same time. I was like, dude, I can make some content. See that there, and I'm going,
Yeah.
but is it on niche? Is it on niche? Like, is it in my niche, right? Or niche, whatever you want to say. Does it apply to what I do when I make content on my YouTube channel? Right.
Right. That's a big question.
But I don't know. Like it kind of does, and it kind of does. It kind of does, and it's print on demand, right? But then be more general with it. It's like I'm teaching people how to make money online, and in a way, kind of is, and it kind of isn't. So I don't know.
Yeah. Man.
That's
How much of what you've gotten into, in this path you've gone on has just been from that, like, you see something like, oh man, I got to try that out, see what this is all about.
See, and that's another thing too. Just recently, I just kind of was talking about this with a good buddy of mine. It's like you don't want to cut yourself too short because you're doing everything, right? You don't want to be doing too many things at once. But personally, myself, I was like, but what happened? Like I started asking myself,
Yeah.
well, what if you do it and it's very successful and you didn't do it because of this? So like, if I can't be chasing everything and doing everything in a way, because you'll be cutting yourself too short because you're only putting 10% here and 10% here. But it's like, I feel like in a way, if you time manage yourself, right, and you write your stuff down, and if it's on your personal free time, right, because you gotta cut off at some point, right? You're done working on your businesses for you're done for the day, right? Is this something like it's your free time? Can you do it? And sometimes I ask myself, yeah, it's free time. I can do it. But will it turn into something that you'll end up doing work on later on? I don't know. Maybe it will, but at least I tried to do it. So as I'm focusing on my stuff that I do, I try to kind of just cut off, right? And I start doing that a lot now. And like, for example, we're supposed to go to the pool in a bit. And
Yeah.
my girlfriend's like, we have an appointment for the reservation to go to the pool at 6:00 because it's reservation only right now during all this crazy stuff. And I was like, okay, I'll be there. But I was like, I wanted to finish up the podcast, but then we can go swimming. But that's
Yeah.
more of it's cool because it's like, also too want to get it's a struggle. It's also exercising right now too, right? You can do it at home, and I've been exercising from home, been jumping rope from home, to cardio as far as cardio and stuff like that, and then swimming in the pool. I'm like, cool, that's another exercise I can do too. But yeah, man, I think there's focus on my stuff. As long as I finish all my stuff that I want to do for the day, like as far as with my businesses and stuff. If as long as I knock all that out and try to, I'm a big fan of outsourcing too, because of course, like I make designs for platforms. There's no way I can do any of that stuff. So I have a designer, have illustrators, have a video editor. Okay, because remember, like if I was doing all this stuff, I would probably be working 24 hours and
Right.
one day, and then I'll probably, if there was more hours in a day, I'll probably knock out a lot more. But there was a time where I was just grinding, right? And I was grinding. I'll be working 12 hours, 14 hours a day. And I was like, dude, all right, I think it's time to get someone on the team to help me do certain things because I cannot do all this stuff. And I think it's very important as you grow to start doing that. Even if you don't make as much money as you want from a certain platform and you kind of leverage another platform that you're making money on, and or another business, you leverage another business to invest into it until you start making the money that you want in that platform. I think it's very big, but I'm a very big believer, and like the one business should pay for that one thing, right? As if you have a team. So like my merch by Amazon, right? If it's that, like that, if that money is not paying for those individuals, then like, you know what I mean? There's no, their money coming in. There's no jobs to be done
Yeah.
for that. So as far as like illustration, like if you like merch by Amazon, if you want to dive into that a little bit deeper, like with designs and making designs, that's I know a lot of people probably want to know that, but I'm a
Oh
big
yeah.
fan of creating like illustrations, right? And it's creating unique illustrations for a certain niche. So like they say, like the English bulldog niche. I have an English bulldog myself. I create a certain illustration. They're supposed to be known for being lazy and like to eat and stuff like that. And they snore. He snores, right? So understanding like the niche and stuff like that when you're making a design for like a shirt or a product just in general is big to me, and it should be big for like for someone else listening to this. It's like you want to understand your niche, right? And then that's how you start making money online, start making sales with these print on demand platforms, right? If you design a product, if you design for a product and you don't know the damn niche, it doesn't make any sense for you to design for it. But I'm a big fan of you understanding your niche, and that's how you make sales. And that's why I have an illustrator, and that's why, and of course they know what they're doing. And then I have a designer, basically he does like a lot of the typography and stuff like that for the designs and stuff. It's big that they understand what they're doing when they're researching it and designing for it, because that's how we make money, you know what I mean? And that's how we
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
And so
So
and
yeah,
then
you mentioned outsourcing though. I kind of want to dive into that. So obviously you don't have time to do all these different things, but I mean, just sticking to print on demand alone, how many different people do you outsource with right now?
I have 4 people on the team
Yeah,
right there. So
just
I train him. I and this is big too. A lot of people they don't talk about outsourcing that much, right? It's a big
no,
thing
not
when it comes to
really.
business, and so it helps you scale your business to that next level, right? Like I said, because if I was designing for the niches that I have all written down, dude, I wouldn't have time to do none of the content that I do, because I tell people too is like I can literally make more money if I didn't create content, because I'll be focusing more over there, right? And it's crazy how that works, because it's literally the truth. Like if I didn't make content, I would I would be focusing more over there. And then people are gonna be like, well, then why didn't you do that? And then I'm like, well, okay, I like creating content. It's fun to see like you create something yourself, personally yourself, and then you put it up there and it helps other people. That's really cool. It's a good feeling. It's a cool feeling, right? And you create something, you see it rank like on YouTube. You're like, dude, I'm on YouTube. Like you should tell a little kid, like,
Hey,
hey, search my video. I'm on YouTube. Like, oh my god, you're so cool. You know what I mean? So, um, outsourcing is one of my favorite things to do, because it's like you're building a culture, right? You're building a culture around people, and you're setting that tone, right? Setting that tone, and you're showing people like who you are and stuff like that. And you're like the leader, you're the captain. Um, and you're like the captain, and I talk to my, like I don't like, sometimes I call them VAs, virtual assistants, right? But I like to call them by their names, because I see a VA kind of like, I don't know. I feel weird sometimes when you say like VA. I feel
yeah,
like just call them by their name, right? And when on my team, personally, my team, like we get on calls and stuff like that, talk to them, making sure they're okay, and then try to help them as much as possible understand the niches, right? and that's why I have like notes and stuff like that. Like with I use like Airtable a lot, and they can see their daily tasks that they have to do, and you know what I mean. And I want to start putting goals in place for them too as well, as we start doing more stuff. And I did that with the video team that I have right now too, editing. And but it just when it comes to making the design is I want to make sure they understand it and stuff like that. So I have the two illustrators. Um, the designer basically does like all the text and stuff all over the designs, right? And then I have a uploader that I've been training as far as not uploader, but as keywords, right? And we're working on a spread. We work off of a spreadsheet, and I show him how to do how to rank for certain keywords, long tail keywords and stuff like that, right? And I'm with the algorithm with you, I mean Amazon algorithm, I'm gonna show him like, okay, this is the long tail keywords we're going to be focusing on, and these are the big ones. These are the big search terms that people are used every single month, and this is what we need to do. And that's where I nerd out at, and it's what I love to do. And I try to figure out, okay, cool, this is what we're going to rank for. This is what we're focusing on, and let's see what we can do to make sales in that niche, that new niche that we dive into. We make one sell, dude. It's like literally, it's a consistent seller. Then you dive into there, then you want to dominate that niche, right? And that's our goal. It's like, dude, we don't make a design to be number 3, number 4. Like we don't make it we don't make a YouTube video to be number 6 on the page. We're aiming for number 1. So the same thing with designing too, is like when we design something, we're going for number 1, baby. Like we want to be number 1. We want to be the ranking on that top page for that product. And then we want number 2, then we want number 3, number 4, number 5, and we'll go. So it's big, right? So that's
Go for the
something
top.
because yep, it's big. It's really big. So it's important.
That's cool, man. So obviously you're big on outsourcing. You're big on, um, networking and working with people. What different tools do you utilize for, all the different projects you're in that you take advantage of?
Yeah. So with like certain tools, like, so I use Skype a lot. Okay. Like talking with my team, and we have them in a group. I have them in a group chat. And like, for example, like I have to go back and reply. And one of the messages was like, I'll do it later on because it's something important for my YouTube channel, right? I'm going to make some cool emojis, right? For people that join my YouTube subscription thing. I'm going to start making some cool emojis. So like when I go live, like if I decide to do like a live every week, right? It's considered one video, right? So it's just Skype. I use Skype. I use like a Helium 10 for like Amazon. I use Google Dropbox, not Google Dropbox, Google Drive.
Drive,
Dropbox.
yeah.
Google Drive. We do that. Helium 10 for like algorithm and keywords, right? And then the Skype, and then it's pretty much it. They use, because back when in my day when I first started, right? When I first started, I had a shitty computer, man. I couldn't open Photoshop. So like right at the beginning, I actually outsourced right at the beginning. So it's like I don't use Photoshop. I don't use that. I don't even have it installed on my computer. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And they pretty much do like the custom illustrations and the drawings and all that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Spreadsheets and stuff like that. A lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, so I mean, communication's the biggest thing. I mean, they have the tools when it comes to design, so you don't have to worry about that aspect.
Yeah. Yep. I get on a call. I gotta call them too. Like if we get us, like I said, I treat them like people. Like if there's something wrong, like, hey,
Right.
what's going on? Hey, what's going on? We what's up with this? Like this design doesn't go, and then I'll look over the designs and stuff like that. So I like to oversee things and go over things, and I'm not mean when it comes to certain stuff like that. They know, like, okay, I point it out and I give them the solution. This is what we need to do. This you need to do now. No, this is where it's wrong. This is what you need to do. Thank you. And please. And then, yeah, you know what I mean? So it goes a long way, and they see that too, and they work their butt off. So
got to use the magic words.
Yeah.
So man, I think I follow you like all over the place, except I don't believe I'm in any of these Facebook groups. What kind of groups do you have going?
So there's Merch by Amazon Mastermind, and then there's Kindle Direct Publishing. I think it's like low content.
Okay.
All right, and then of course, if you those are would be. Let me share one with you. See if this one pops up. I'll share in the chat with you over here. But it's like those are groups that I've like they've grown, and I have kind of just posted stuff in there, and along the way help others and communicate with others and people that need help and help them up as much as possible.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think Facebook groups are really underutilized. There's so many of them that are just people spamming each other, but if one's run properly, a Facebook group can be so effective.
Facebook group is big. Of course, you're gonna have people in there that are not like they're just in there to spam and they're just in there to troll you. Some people are like that, and it's just the way it is. And you just got to be like sometimes over the years I've watched how people just like you can't be bashing like people bash other people like in Facebook groups. I don't like that too much. It's like in a way
No,
it's bullying, right? And then people don't see it that way. I'm just like, so you're supposed to be some type of leader, right? And you're supposed to be helping other people, but you're sitting here bashing that person on a social media platform, right? And it's supposed to be that's the easy thing to do too, right? Because most people can't do it themselves. So what they do is they'll turn around and sit there and bash other people. I don't think it's cool at all. It's not
of
cool.
course.
Yeah, because it's not cool. So, but yeah, controlling the Facebook group can be another job too in itself as it starts growing, right?
It
So,
is, yeah. Yeah, that's something I was wanting to ask you about because I have a Facebook group. I've, run and worked with some before for clients and whatnot. How do you go about continuing the engagement and getting people within the group to keep interacting with each other?
um, like a few little tricks you can do. So, like as you're doing stuff, you just like it doesn't like don't be in there like you don't have to be in there every day, but like spend like 30 minutes to an hour. Go in there, comment, and make sure it's like when you comment, reply back to somebody. Like it's like you're providing the value and stuff. And then the post in there, you want to make sure that some of these people, because you get a lot of people in there try to spam their stuff, and and then they'll try to post something to make it seem like they're not trying to get people, but they're the way they posted it, or it's like, okay, dude, like come on, like I know what you're doing. I'm not stupid. I'm not born yesterday. Like I know how to market and stuff like that too. I'm like I'm not born yesterday. Like what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to sell? I'm not trying to sell nothing. It's like, yes, you are. And then they post a YouTube video link in there, like, see, I told you. Like, well, come on, man. So it just as you go along in there, um, uh, it's you have people in there that actually like care about the like you as an individual, and you meet people that are like you can turn them into moderators or you let them post in there as when they post, and then next thing you know you have 10, 20, 30, 40 people that are just very engaged in the group and stuff like that. And now everyone might have their own point of view, so you may sometimes like people are trying to post like political stuff. I'm like, dude, come on,
Oh man,
can't post
yeah.
that. So I'll post up, I'll let one post go, and all of a sudden you got 50, 60 comments. I'm like, dude, oh, I have to pause this post. I have to note more comments because everyone's bashing like the president or someone wants to be the president. You know what I mean? Someone running for president. And then next thing you know, you have the whole social media platform that thinks everyone in the group is going to be the next president because everyone's like has their own beliefs. Like, and I'm just like, dude, at
Oh,
one point, it's like, just be quiet, dude. Why don't you run for president? Like, be quiet. So, and this can go like to a different topic of the way you take it. And I don't know, man. It just like little things. Like next thing you know, like on social media, everyone is a COVID-19 expert, right? And they know everything about it. And the next thing you know, everyone knows about political stuff. And I'm just like, okay, Facebook. Oh my God, I'm about to turn you off. I'm gonna delete you from my phone. Stop.
oh,
So
it's exhausting, man. Yeah, man, Facebook groups either seem to be one way or the other for the most part, unless they're
yeah,
run properly. It's either just spam heavy or it's like pure inactivity,
yeah.
so it's kind of tricky to get people to engage without, wanting to spam with their stuff, and just have that healthy engagement. So it's kind of a balance.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is, and but I think it's like that with every platform. Like one of the best, like the platforms that I've been getting my attention lately is TikTok, and we talked about this a little bit, but TikTok is it's I know people are like, yeah, it's a Chinese app and they're spying on you. And I'm just like, well, this is 2020. I can spy on you right now, and I'm from
Yeah,
the
I can
U.S.
spy on you.
Yeah, and I'm from the United States of America, right? And I can spy on you too right now if I wanted to. But the Chinese are going to use it to their advantage. Like, well, guess what? Chinese are like 10 years ahead of us. I think it was like, come on, man. And you can. This is a perfect example, guys, and it's just a perfect example by looking at TikTok. Like the way they've done their algorithm is amazing, man. It's like it's out of this world because I'm just like, dude, how do you know I want to watch that video? Like, you're giving me stuff. Like the YouTube algorithm is still trying to figure that out still, right? And TikTok is just serving you 15-second clips that is keeping you on that damn platform, keeping you engaged. But not only that, it's like showing you love. Like, here you go. Like, here's 1,000 followers. And then I have a video that I did on there. It's over 50K in views. And I'm like, dude,
Wow.
like, man, it just passed up my YouTube videos. Like my number one YouTube video, and I only posted that video. It was only on there for like less than a month, right? Over 50,000 views. I'm like, so you think about it that way, like what platform is going to do that for you right now? And I know you shared one with me. It was Trill.
Yeah, Triller's coming up, but
Oh,
it's not to
Triller.
the level of TikTok yet. Maybe
Hmm.
someday.
Yeah, and I think that's big, but it's just TikTok is like full of genuine people, right? And that's what it makes it seem like. Like they're genuine, they're real people, and they're cool. They're not negative, and they're not bashing you. They're not thinking they're smarter than you, and because you get people like that too. They're like smarter than you. I'm just like, okay, cool. Why don't you create the content then? Leave me alone. Like,
Block.
so yeah. So dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. TikTok's a really cool platform, and just another thing too. Just I'm just like, these Chinese people, man. they figured it out again. They figure it out again. So you can't take that from them. So they really
Right, man.
that's awesome product that they created with TikTok, the social media platform, and it's a cool platform because it's like there's not that much negativity on it. It's like the most positive platform out there right now, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, man, there are some other platforms that, had the organic reach at one time, but when money gets involved, businesses hop on the platform.
Hmm.
You can't get that organic reach anymore. But, TikTok, it's really just individuals at this point. So
Yeah,
there's not a whole lot of businesses, and
yeah,
um,
and they're
they've kept it organic.
yeah, and they're giving like the creators like money to like run ads and stuff like that. It's really cool. But also too, like I'm a big fan of like what you make it, right? So if you're gonna find negativity, you're gonna find negativity. If you're gonna find positivity, you're gonna find positivity. So it is what you make it to, right? In its own way. So if you're gonna see like if you see a negativity, what are you gonna do to fix it? You're gonna just go the other way. You're gonna delete them, block them. Or are you just gonna like mute their posts, or what are you gonna like, you know what I mean? So it's like where you
Right.
go, if you see the negativity, you're gonna find the negativity, you're gonna find the opportunity. If you're gonna try to find the opportunity, you're gonna find the opportunity. So it's like
True.
whatever you make it, like whatever you make it to be, like that's why I'm a big fan of that too.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah.
Love it. What can the people be on the lookout for? What's coming up next?
um i'm gonna I'm trying to I want to make content and more content to help people, and help them understand what they can do. Because, like I told you, with that whole COVID-19, like a lot of people got scared and they lost their job, right? And I don't like to see people like hurt and stuff like that. I'm a people person, right? I engage with people and I love people. But like as far as like creating content and me helping other people, I want to help people more, right? Um, and by me creating content and like pushing it out there more, I'm gonna help more people, right? So, and me doing that, and then people are like, "Well, ain't you gonna create more competition for yourself?" Yes and no, but uh, it turns into you got to work hard, right? And you start doing more of this stuff, and you know this too, as you're like, doing your podcast and stuff like that. It's more challenging for you as an individual to stay consistent and stay focused, right? Because you can lose sight real fast. Boom, you're done. Like, oh, dude, I forgot to post content this week. Like, no, like, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to be more consistent with my content and push more of it out, help people understand what they need to do instead of thinking they know what they need to do, and then they do it, it doesn't work, and they just give up. It's like, no, you gotta stay consistent and figure out why it didn't work the first time. So and then there's always like, so when you failed, why did you fail? And then what's the solution to it? And then if you win, right? If you win, why'd you win, and what's the solution to continue push forward, right? And that's big right there, because we can win and we can chill. Yeah, cool. Yep, celebration. So have old fashioned or something real fast, a little bit of whiskey, and then boom.
Hey,
All right, the next day, let's get to work. So let's hustle. Let's get to work and pump out like the content, or let's make some more money with your business. What can we? You make $2,000 this month. How can we make $2,500 make next month, right? Or whatever it is, right? If you're happy today, how can you be happier tomorrow? Or if you're happy today, how can you be happy for the whole week, right? And being more consistent about being happy. Like it's something like that, right? And I found it too. Is like I told myself too. Is like when I'm sad, or if something happens and I'm complaining about it, nothing good happens, right? Nothing seems to happen good. But when I'm happy and I'm excited about it, more good things seem to happen. But saying that too, something always happens. Like when it's too good to be true, you're like, all right, sorry, something bad's about to happen. I know it's coming. I always catch it. I'm like, all right, it's been good 8 days. All right, the 9th or the 10th day, something bad's gonna happen. But how am I gonna react to it to see the positive in it, right? And that's huge. And I think that's like that. Sometimes we see something, we catch it, and it's boom, and it's negative, boom, and it happens, whatever. It's cool, but like, what can we do? How we roll with the punches to turn something positive and see the opportunity in it, right?
exactly. That's a key. Man, I appreciate you coming on. I don't want to make the girlfriend mad, missing out on pool time.
Yeah, no,
um,
we got to hit. We had our reservations between 6 and 7, but she's like, I want to go early.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I know how it is.
Yeah.
Man, so people can follow you. RJ Hustles. Is that the handle everywhere?
So I try to do that. I got to fix that too, but it's RJ. That's on Instagram. But RJ Martinez is like pretty much everywhere. So that's on Instagram. But RJ Hustles on TikTok. RJ Hustles on Instagram, and then Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat as much. And then RJ Martinez on Facebook. RJ Martinez on YouTube. Um, that blog, we talked about this earlier. I got to get that going again, because I'm already doing the content and then all that stuff and the descriptions, all that stuff for my YouTube videos. And I'm pretty sure just hitting the key points on my blog and giving the algorithm the keywords that it wants, right? And then and researching for that. But I'm figuring something out. I might just use my name, whatever the heck it is. So don't go out there and try to buy it. Damn it! I have to go buy it now after this.
Right. Yeah. You have to get on it.
Yeah, man. And also too, so the Facebook groups, Merch by Amazon Mastermind, you can search that. It'll be up there. There's over 23,000 people in there. The Kindle Direct Publishing Mastermind, you can search that too. You can see that I'm like probably an admin in there. You can go ahead and join that too as well. There's obviously I offer like certain services too. If you follow me on YouTube, you can kind of see, let me explain the content to you before you decide to purchase anything and any of that stuff, right? So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, search him, guys. He's all over the place. You can find some unique ways to make money, print on demand, all sorts of stuff. So definitely check him out. RJ, appreciate the time, man. It's been great.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me on.